I know Miz and Paul had their beef ever since WrestleMania 38 when the Miz turned his back on Paul after they beat the Mysterios in a tag team match, and obviously Miz just wanted to start a rivalry with Logan Paul just because he wanted to, and obviously you can't trust the Miz ever, even if you're tag team with him, even if you're friends with him, you can't trust the Miz. So I like that Logan Paul did take his training very seriously. He did study. He did do what he was supposed to do in that ring, and I know he was training with AJ Styles as well too. So that made him basically look really really good in that match. You obviously see him for what he was doing. He did train. He was like dominating most of that match. Most of the match he was basically dominating. He didn't give the Miz one chance to him to have him have the upper hand at anything. So man was doing everything to like body slams to like I don't know if he did. I know he didn't do three amigos, but he did do quite amazing things in that match. And let's just take the time out that two things. One, Maurice came out with a bag, a custom bag, and it was also with the balls reference. So that was pretty funny to see. And two, Tommaso Ciampa in the mix of Miz being a thing with Miz at all. Um, I feel like with Tommaso Ciampa, I feel like he should have his own rivalry. I know he like him starting with the Miz is kind of like his stepping stone to becoming like going into that world championship phase. But I feel like if Tommaso Ciampa wants to grow as a person and also as a great wrestler in WWE, I feel like he has to get his own rivalry going, not just kind of like Mrs. Lapdog. I feel like it doesn't suit Tommaso Ciampa. That's what I'm trying to say. It just doesn't suit him. I've seen him in NXT and NXT 2.0. He holds the NXT gold not once but twice in NXT, and he was a really good champion. I want to see that type of Ciampa because I know Ciampa was basically NXT World Champion over there, so I can see him as either heavyweight champion or the Universal Champion. Either way, I know Tommaso Ciampa will do very great in the WWE. Like I said, he needs to have his like own personal rivalry with somebody. If not, make it like at least Theory or Riddle or maybe like Bobby Lashley. Even I would take either one of those three, but I just want to see Ciampa just do his own thing. That's all I really want. But going back onto the match now, we see he was like the Miz was not getting no upper hand on this match whatsoever until I think Miz started like obviously cheating a little bit. I know Tommaso Ciampa wanted to get involved, but the ref saw it before Tommaso Ciampa even hit him. And yes, Tommaso Ciampa was ejected, but he didn't. He was stubborn and he didn't really want to leave, which was like, okay, bro, you got ejected. Now it's time for you to leave the ring, like leave the arena, like please, you gotta go, you gotta go. But he never left, and then AJ Styles, the phenomenal one. Music came on, and we were like, "Where the hell is he? Where's he at?" And then yes, he came out from the crowd and did basically start whooping Ciampa's ass. So I feel like they have a potential feud going on right now as we speak. So while AJ Styles was dealing with Tommaso Ciampa back in the ring, it was I know Miz was laid out on the table, and to make the match even more better than it already was, I'm gonna say this: Logan Paul went on to the top rope, through the turnbuckle at Maurice, flew off the top rope into a perfect frog splash onto the table, and it was a chef's kiss. It was a chef's kiss of a frog splash. It was the most best frog splash I have ever seen in a long, long time. And honestly, like I said, Logan Paul has been training for this match, and he's been doing this thing. And we can see here that Logan Paul knew exactly what he was doing. And I'm happy to see Logan Paul in the WWE and doing what he has to do, take care of his business, and doing it in the right way. This man was doing everything to the phenomenal forearm. He did a wonderful frog splash, and to top it off, I like after he did that wonderful frog splash, and the crowd went wild. He was about like Miz was about to cheat because I know Miz. It's Miz. He's gonna cheat somehow, some way. He took the card that he had, took the card, and he was literally this close, like maybe a centimeter away from hitting his wife. Luckily, his wife moved out of the way. If I feel like if Logan Paul timed that very right and moved out the way right then and there, he would have hit his wife clean in the face. Hit his wife clean in the face. But obviously, Miz stopped himself from hitting his wife. Then next, Logan Paul did the Stone Crushing finale on the Miz, his own move against them. 1, 2, 3, and picking up the win. And like I said, it is a happy, happy sight to see Logan Paul did his thing, came up with the W. I knew that Logan Paul was gonna win this match. Like, it was too easy, way too easy. Logan Paul is obviously not gonna lose his second match in the WWE at all. This match was very entertaining to watch. I really loved every aspect of the match, and I really wanted to continue, but obviously more great matches to come. And I don't know how long Logan Paul signed a contract to WWE for, but if he did sign a contract for at least a year, I want him to at least become a mid card champion, at least a mid card champion. I would love to see that from Logan Paul to become a mid card champion. It doesn't have to be a world title. It can just be like either a tag team championship win or maybe like a United States championship or even maybe like an Intercontinental championship win. Something as long as the line is that. I would love to see something like that from Logan Paul. I feel like if Logan Paul actually wanted to become a WWE wrestler and actually do this long term, oh, definitely, I can see him doing this long term, like him starting at NXT and then going forward to back to the main roster, or just staying on the main roster just to win at least some titles and everything, and just call it, not I want to say call it a day, but basically work his way up to becoming at least like I want to say main roster, but main like a world champion, like a world champion up there with the world champions. I would like to see that happen. But like I said, this is Logan Paul's second match in WWE. I want him to do great. I want him to do well. I want him to keep his head up of all times. The man is a great person inside and outside the ring, no matter how you think of it. Yes, people love and hate Logan Paul at the same time. And what's funny about Logan Paul, like his promos is like a heel, but when he wrestles, it's a face. But I know that basically WWE did that so people can just love Logan Paul for who he is. Even though you can hate him, you can love him, you can dislike him, you can whatever. But at the end of the day, Logan Paul is gonna get his W and get the show up and show out to the crowd and bring his hay game no matter what happens. And I love to see that. So congratulations to Logan Paul winning his second match in the WWE against the Miz. I know their rivalry is obviously not done, and obviously on Monday Night Raw it's gonna show. It's not gonna be done. I don't know what it has in store for the Miz and Logan Paul. I know their rivalry is nowhere close to being over. Um, and I know that them two is probably gonna have either some type of match at the Clash of Castle, and it gotta be at the Clash of Castle somewhere along that. Um, like I said, like it will be a crazy couple Raws, Monday Night Raws to watch. I know Logan's gonna say some dirty shit. I know Miz is gonna say some dirty shit. But at the end of the day, I feel like Logan is gonna pick up a major W against the Miz in his career. So in his fight career. So I would love to see all of that take place and put a smile on everybody's face, no matter what.